Good day and welcome back to the Vitality Project. I'm Dr. Bob. Thanks so much for joining me today. Yesterday, we introduced this idea of reservations. These reservations are doubts that we have about our capacity to maintain what we really value, which is freedom from addictive behaviors, our sobriety. And this comes up especially when we're under duress. These reservations will come up. Our exercise yesterday included not only identifying such reservations within ourselves, but also connecting up our reservations with an awareness of any corresponding negative storylines. As we've talked about these, we have a depressor within us that likes to generate these storylines and captivates our attention. So we worked on see if we could be aware of those negative storylines, as well as any requirements which we may place on our experience of the world. And as we've talked about, our placing these requirements, it has to go this way or else, typically lead to more distress for us, which makes us more at risk for relapse. So what did you discover? For today, I have a sneaking hunch that you can picture where we're headed next. We've done this with most all of the mapping exercises that we've done so far as we look at mind-body bridging and creating these various mind-body maps. So what we're going to do, if you guess this, we're going to begin today by applying mindfulness resources. And then we're going to revisit our reservation maps from yesterday. So let's start off today by practicing 5 minutes of mindfulness of the breath. I'll repeat those instructions, they're brief, and then you can practice this for 5 minutes, and there'll be a second component of today's exercise that I'll share with you. Begin by closing your eyes, and then begin to slowly breathe in and out through your nose. As you're breathing in and out, notice that your stomach rises slightly as you inhale, and it falls slightly as you exhale. Allow this to kind of slow process for it to unfold for you. As you're doing that, you're going to notice various thoughts coming up and sometimes sensations too. This is natural. If your mind wanders, you're wanting to follow the rising and falling of your breath. If your mind wanders, it's okay. Just gently return your attention to the breath and the rising and falling of your stomach with each mindfully focused upon breath, okay? So that's what you do. That's 5 minutes of that. When you've completed that, the second part of the instructions for today are these. Make note of any differences between, what I'd like you to do is review your reservation map from yesterday, review that today, but today we're doing it following this mindfulness exercise. I want you to compare that and notice any differences between your experience today and your experience yesterday with the same reservation map, except at that time you completed it before or without any mindfulness component. Notice if today your mind is more or less cluttered or clear compared to yesterday. Is your body more or less tense versus relaxed as compared to yesterday? In this state of mind and body, how do you feel emotionally? Compare that with yesterday's response. How might you act based on this state of mind and body? And compare that to yesterday's exercise. Let's see what you discover. And what we're doing now is we're looking at practicing self-doubt and personal reservations that we have about our recovery, staying aware of those, and doing this while we're implementing effective self-calming resources that will calm our minds and our bodies, like mindfulness awareness. All right, well, thank you. I wish you well with the exercise. Appreciate you joining me again. Come back and join me tomorrow. And please, between now and then, stay safe and be well.